Alrighty folks, welcome to the auction of this beautiful 2000 Lexus LX470. We're going to do a nice walk around and in-depth tour of all the features on this truck. There's quite a few. This video is also going to serve as a purpose of the how-to for the new owner of this truck. As it is a no reserve auction, this truck will be sold. At the back we have the 4x4 Lab swing outs with the license plate mounted below. There is a third can up here. It's full of gas right now, but that will be included. To unlatch, simply pull this and lift. You have gas struts, which is very nice, as well as rubber stoppers so they don't smash into the car when closing it. LED lights all around the bumper, as well as a trailer hitch here with the plugs. You also notice a trailer hitch here if you wanted to add a bike rack as well as pull a trailer. The ladder is supposedly good for about 350 pounds. In the back we have the Dobinson's drawers, which are extremely heavy duty, very nicely built. This lid does slide in the event that you had a refrigerator on it or anything else. Nice to slide it out. This one has some various spare parts such as belts, coils, axles, stuff like that. And there's also about 3 wheelbarrows full of other accessories such as a transfer case, more axles, drive shafts. The subwoofer is ratchet strapped down for ease of removal if needed. We do have a full-size spare, which is very nice. How old are the tires? A year old. The one small oopsie it had is right there. I imagine it could be pressed out pretty easily, but given the miles in the truck and what it'll be used for, we didn't find it very necessary. Back seat very rarely sat in, cleaned up very nicely. Original leather back here, whereas the fronts have been recovered. WeatherTech floor mats. Up here we have WeatherTechs again. These have been reupholstered, as well as the steering wheel and the center armrest. Up here we have a regular household plug, which can be wired to anything. I think in the previous owner he had it wired to the refrigerator, so when the truck is not running you can simply plug it in and keep all your accessories powered. For those who don't know what these are, they are limb risers for when you're on the trail. It keeps the limbs off the windshield. 12,000 pound winch up front with the PO lights and the other fog lights, as well as the floodlights up top. And of course, a bottle opener. The antenna is hardwired for a CB radio. There is not one included. Here we have a recent inspection from last week where it passed with flying colors. This panel here controls some of the various lights and horns. We have the air horn, great for drive-thrus when people are in the way. The ecto siren. People get a kick out of that, and my personal favorite, we also have the PA speaker for when you have a nice Prius riding in the left lane. You can tell them how you feel. And that mounts right there. While we're in the interior, we'll go ahead and go through a lot of the features and functions. We'll go ahead and start it up. Inside we have our ultra gauge, which has lots of cool functions such as engine codes, coolant temperature, current fuel, average fuel levels, anything you really want to know about the engine. These are specific to the VIN of the car, which is pretty cool. Up here we have the controller for the sub levels, and we have the Bluetooth speaker here for our radio, or microphone I should say. Down here you have your factory stuff here, but we have the air compressor for the diff lockers here, and then the diff lock here, which we can choose between the rear or front and rear. Up here to engage four-wheel drive, as these are typically all-wheel drive, but this has a conversion kit on the transfer case. You would press the center lock, the center diff lock, to engage the four-wheel drive. Down here we have, this is a control panel for the dual battery setup that tells you everything you need to know, and these are all your light controls, which we'll go over shortly. While we have the truck in four-wheel drive with the diffs locked, we're going to go do a demonstration of some off-road fun here. It should be noted that the front hubs are also manual, so they do need to be locked to engage full four-wheel drive. One of the great things about that is you can save a ton of gas mileage and wear on parts by not having the truck in all-time all-wheel drive. Because of this feature, we can now do very simple tire changes in the rear. Oil changes are also very accessible now. And as you can see, we don't call it the Flexus for nothing. Before we go, we'll go over some of the lights and the controller in here. So we have, if you can see, we have the roof lights, which are the big 4 lights on the top. You have 2 work lights, that's left and right lights that are on the roof rack. You have LEDs on the back for backup. This is also great if you're being tailgated with someone with their high beams on. You can flash those, they love it. Rock lights light up the whole underside of the car, and the bumper lights are the LEDs around the bumper. Hit the wrong side. We have our work lights burning, as well as our top lights and our backup lights. These lights here are wired up as factory fog lights, so they will come on with the headlights on and the switch pressed. Now we'll do some nice street driving to show how it drives on the road, and we will wrap this up. The truck has been re-geared as shown in the build seat. However, the factory speedometer is not completely accurate. The most accurate speed to go off of is on the ultra gauge over here. The truck does cruise very nicely on the highway. The sweet spot for fuel economy and efficiency seems to be 73 miles an hour. It's very smooth at that speed as well. I think we introduce a lot more tire noise, anything above that.